Last night's debate featured questions from undecided voters in New York's Nassau County, but did the candidates really answer their questions? As one's Kevin Vesey met with some of those voters today to see what they thought.
It was amazing. We were part of democracy in action.
Barry Green lives in Jericho with his wife Rhonda, and normally he's the owner and president of Cirque Experts, a B2B publishing and media consulting firm. But last night he was one of the lucky Nassau County residents who were chosen to take part in the presidential debate at Hofstra University. Green's self-proclaimed tough question asked the candidates about any misconceptions that the American people might have about them.
Governor Romney first spoke about almost being demonized by the opposition. President Obama spoke about being perceived as the government is controlling, it will control all, solve all your problems, or take over, and this is the way you have to do it.
Green told me that he was satisfied with the candidates' responses, even though other people didn't agree.
I think they started off with the concept of the question, which was good. I've heard people say that they didn't answer it. You know, great question, and they didn't answer it. No, they did.
Who was it that denied enhanced security, and why?
Kerry Lodka, a business telephone system salesman from Hempstead, told me that while taking part in the town hall debate was an honor, he was disappointed with the response to his question.
I respected the fact that he took responsibility for the failure to defend and protect those 4 Americans who ultimately died. But it's clear that he obviously made a mistake, and I really didn't think he wanted to go into the details of how that mistake happened.
As for Governor Romney, Lodka said that his answer was vague and at times confusing.
Governor Romney's answer was sort of not on point and sort of a roundabout, generic answer that I didn't really feel addressed what he would do differently in terms of providing that extra security that would be needed in dangerous parts of the world.
Despite the fact that it was an exciting experience, Mr. Green told me that he was disappointed to see so much bad blood between Romney and Obama. As for his vote, he said that the debate didn't push him one way or the other.
The things discussed were very repetitious to what we've already heard. It could have been, you know, a much more pleasurable debate. A lot of things got lost in the muck.
In Hempstead, Kevin Vesey, FiOS 1 News.
All right, but I want to get to a clip because we've been pretty critical of Mitt Romney so far. I want to get to what I thought was one of his best moments of the night, maybe his best overall. Let's play that Romney clip. All right, I'm hearing we don't have it. It's that voice in my ear again. The president has tried, but his policies haven't worked. He's great as a speaker and describing his plans and his vision. And that's wonderful, except we have a record to look at. I actually thought that was a fairly effective attack. I'm ignoring Richard right now. I actually thought that was a fairly effective attack against President Obama. It's like an invitation to say, you might like the guy, but you can still go ahead and vote against him.
It was effective, but it was backward looking. And what Obama had done until the Denver debate was establish this wasn't a referendum on the past, it was a choice for the future. What Romney tried to do was return it to a referendum on the past. I don't think it works, even if he does it well, but he certainly did it better in that moment.
Do you agree? Do you think this is going to be more about the next 4 years or the past 4 years, this election?
You know, I think Romney has to make that point, and I agree that was one of his strongest points. He has to say he's a good man, he's a smart man, he tried his best, he hasn't failed. Look at the unemployment rate, look at the deficit, look at all the problems. This is what I'm going to do differently going forward. He did that effectively in that small clip, but he's got to make that argument consistently, and he's got to make it so it really has an impact on people, and he wasn't able to do it in a sustained way.
But isn't the Romney argument here similar some ways to Obama's, which Obama's is it could have been worse and Romney's is it could have been better? I mean, aren't those sort of almost washes?
I don't think the American people have bought the Republican argument that it's all Obama's fault. They know that Bush had something to do with it. What Romney was trying to do was to have this be a referendum on Obama. Obama, until Denver had managed to get past that, this debate may have rekindled that strategy. And it's hard to tell.
And what Romney had to say was, by his own admission, President Obama said, in 3 years, I will fix this, or I'm a one-term president. I mean, those are the arguments he has to make, because that is President Obama, as he was 4 years ago, saying, 3 years, if I haven't fixed this.
Smart voters will want to know not
But
what you
Romney
did
hasn't-
wrong, but what you're going to do
But
right.
Romney hasn't made that case. Romney has not said, look it, he's a good guy. He said, give me 3 years and I'll fix it. We gave him 4, he hasn't done it. That's the kind of argument he has to make. He hasn't done that.
And Jeannie gets the last word. Jeannie,
You're always
Dominic,
cutting
Richard,
me
thank you
off.
so much for joining us. We'll be right back. Stay with us.